Hello, welcome to the Healer's Commentary. Doses of gameplay with an injection of thoughts, critique, and advice. My name is BlueGills25. Teammates weren't really excited about my presence, but I want to play Voltar. I want to see if I can get it working. I was able to... I think I have it figured out now. Voltar's a burst. Like, he's a nuker first, and a healer second. That's what I'm coming to realize. In 2.9, his healing's gonna be nerfed even more, in my opinion. The burst is just fine. I don't think it's getting touched at all, the way the beta's looking out. So while I was playing in 2.8.3 as of recording, not off to the best start, but I'm just trying to keep my head high, just trying to keep going. Not get beaten down by my own teammates, but that's kind of the thing with the leaderboards being reset. Everybody gets mixed in together. Bad apples with the cherry peaches kind of thing, you know? So I did get lucky, got pretty high up in the leaderboards, but it's starting to restabilize. I got set up against the pre-made team and just lost a few hundred spots. So I was in League 1 for a while, but that didn't last. Oh well. I was curious to see how long I'd stay in League 1, so 3 matches. So longer than I expected anyway. But I find that there's really no sense of using the charge wave. It almost seems completely unnecessary because I find the window, like charge, 1, 2, 3, charge, 1, 2, 3, charge, and between that window, that gives the enemy a lot of time to attack. Sometimes it works. Like, the developers really want me to use charge, but I don't want to. I don't want to. So I just find the minimum works just fine. And 2.8, the Happy Thoughts item, it still works for minimum. And 2.9 is looking to be, it will only affect the maximum. So they're really pushing for maximum heals kind of thing. I don't like it. I don't like how it's going, because Voltar, he won't be known for his healing. He's only known for his burst. People comment on Voltar when they say, like, what do you think of Voltar? He's got incredible burst. So I was thinking about that. I was thinking, well, okay, so maybe I'll build into doing what I normally do first. I'll get drones as a form of self-defense or just attack. Solar Crabburger to allow me to spam heal and take back any damage I receive, plus make money faster. That's the main reason, just make money faster that way, because the first 5-10 minutes, until the turrets, the first line of turrets go down, it takes a little while to make some money. So allow me to make some money faster that way. And just trying to work with my teammates. And some things are just beyond my control. And I know Voltar has perhaps a higher curve, but I think he can still do well. You just really need the team to allow you to support them, if anything. I wasn't expecting much from Raylan and Swiggins, but Swiggins has a lot of burst capability, so I was curious to see that combining that burst, especially with Raylan, because they all have potential for great burst, at least 500 damage kind of thing. Swiggins can combo his attacks, deal tons of damage, like twice damage on some items. Raylan, snipe, everybody loves snipe. And Voltar using the drones, so trying to combine that and make that work. So the idea of the plan is that you can't really push all that well for the first while, but you can make a lot of money because you're spamming heals. It does almost nothing to droids. You're able to regain any health you may have lost if someone's trying to attack you, and well, it works a lot better on your allies. So I try to prioritize them as much as I can, and especially being in higher leagues, just trying to keep my allies alive, because I don't really feel comfortable just pushing droids, especially this kind of competition, and being pressured, kind of being picked on playing Voltar. So I really want to see if this will work or not. Just trying really hard to see if this combo will work or not. Then you'll see how it goes. And Heal Blood, I try to get that as soon as I can, so that my teammates aren't saying, why don't you have Heal Blood? Can you go get it? Because the heal wave it's not an effective healing tool, I find. Or on default anyway. Heal Blood is really good for droids, I find, because there's no difference of healing. And using drones as a giant burst. So for the first little while, it's nearly getting people, at the very least, it's just getting them to back off, if anything. So while I'm not able to really mow down turrets or anything in the first little while, you can't really push lanes all that great until you upgrade your heal bot. And I find that you can do that by increasing the healing capability, because I tend to just spam heal wave. I find that to be most effective, because all the nerfs Voltar keeps getting, I kind of have to keep spamming heal wave so that I can get powerful faster, because charging heal wave, it's agony. It takes so long to get power that way. And sure, you can just depend on getting kills, or play the safe routes that's allowed in 2.8 anyway by just spamming heals. Sure, it's barely nothing, but I wait until I get to a front with the droids, and then start healing that way. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, but I'm just focused on making money quickly and keep my allies alive as much as I can without getting myself killed in the process. That's the thing, like, I want to protect my teammates, but I don't want to get killed either. So you really have to think about, is this a good time? Should I try to go in and try to save them, that kind of thing. You will see that as the match goes on. And really nice teamwork. I really appreciate this from the Raylan here. Taking a little damage from the fire so that I'm able to heal her and make some extra money off that. She gets it. She understands. I really appreciate that. Like things like that, like how in Team Fortress 2, Devilman damaging themselves, like you charge your Uber faster. Little things like that strengthen the team. Like I know Swiggins didn't really want to play with a Voltar, but I think that's what people are really asking for from the developers, just having that pre-game chat. Like I didn't know that my teammates didn't want a Voltar. I wouldn't mind playing a Yuri or Genji or somebody else. Just I had no way of communicating with my team. I could go on a rant and talk about we should have pre-game chat or anything like that. But hopefully that comes in. Hopefully that comes in 2.9 or soon after that, because the chat in 2.8 is nice and everything, but let's be honest, nobody uses it. That's the thing, like, it's cool and stuff, but nobody uses it because they're busy playing the game. Chat is a really good tool. People would just prefer to use it to set up a team, especially for solo queue. Kind of give solo queue a better chance against a pre-made team anyway. Because pre-mates have the advantage of voice communication through Skype or whatever. Knowing each other, if anything. Kind of planning things out. You kind of can do that from the main menu chat, but that's getting yourself set up with people who may not be near your ranking, because you might end up getting along quite nicely with someone from who may end up being in League 8 for all you know, and then you end up being at a bit of a disadvantage. Especially if you say you're in League 3 and you invite a couple guys who are in League 5, League 6 kind of thing. That kind of throws things off. And I don't know. I've heard about people saying like voice communication in a game wouldn't be really good. I can kind of see that, like voice mic spam and stuff like that. And there's the idea of having text commands. That'd be really nice to have. Like I think Smite has something like that. It's voice act, that's the thing, but even just text, that would be something. Just something that everyone can access, so that strangers can communicate to each other better. And that's a bug, holy crap. And yeah, so it's kind of just trying to work at making money quickly and building into bursts, because I find that to work, if anything. So once I get heal bot, then I'll try to save up, make money as fast as I can to get drone army, and then if I'm able to, build into burst damage, the explosion damage on the drones, and work into that, and just trying to combine kind of like a 1-2 punch kind of thing with my allies, because I know Swiggins is capable of dealing lots of damage, as is Raylan. So just trying to time that, because just my burst isn't really enough. It can nearly kill Froggy, but I can't one-hit kill anybody, which is for the best, of course. So I kind of have to combine and wait for that right timing. So waiting for Swiggins to pin down somebody, or Raylan when she's sniping, work that kind of thing. But when I'm able to, I'll just try to farm some solar off droids and do that. But I'm just trying to work into damage so that help get a kill, if anything, because I don't think healing would really make much of a difference. Just make the front more intense kind of thing. Working with my teammates here, just trying to... I say just trying to a lot. I really gotta stop that. Because when I was going back to get more items, they nearly took out that turret there, so it's tricky to find a good time to go back and get items because you want to keep going and keep pushing, but then you end up having a lot of items. That's the thing. Almost got Ayla there. I was hoping to land a shot with my drones, but just wait until your enemy uses their abilities, then pop heal waves so that they don't take out the heal bot when you're trying to heal your allies against things like that. And you have to remember that the extra explosion damage only applies to enemy Awesomenauts. You probably know that already. But I try to prioritize enemy Awesomenauts because of that item upgrade. You really, really have to make your shots count, because if you end up hitting a droid rather than an Ocelonaut, it only does the default damage. Whereas if you hit an Ocelonaut, it does that extra 30 or 60 damage. So 120, 150. Yeah, 180 if you hit a enemy Ocelonaut with a drone. And that's for each drone as well, because it can do a lot of damage. So I'm just trying to take advantage of that burst capability, because the healing is getting less and less powerful each patch, and arguably less powerful in the next patch. So I'll probably just try to keep making spam work, because spam seems to work. However, at this time when I was playing, I forgot that 2.8 heal the Happy Thoughts. It affects every bit of the healing wave. And again, like I said, making use of the burst and timing my attacks with my allies, that kind of thing. So there's that. And where was I going? Yeah, I didn't realize at this time that I could have gotten Happy Thoughts to help my spam strategy. I was thinking about it. I wish I could increase my healing with this way. Like I don't want to use charge mechanics all that much. It works just fine right here, Healbot, and combining attacks to take down Froggy G, no problem. Probably should have backed off, but I don't think you realize how much damage. Swiggins can do an insane amount of damage in a short amount of time. It's kind of insane, but 1-2 punch, take him out, combining powers like that. However, the Healbot does work very, very well, but that extra Happy Thoughts would have helped, but I learned that later on in the match. I do end up using it. So just trying to keep that push going. But Scoop he knows how to handle me by pinning me down, enemy getting to me. Just trying to reach my allies and drop it out, but got a little pinned down by Froggy G. So they did end up getting me. And my allies, I think they both get some items. And I realized at that point, okay, I'll try increase my heal wave, because just trying to keep the push going. Because I'm doing pretty good at taking out the enemies now, combining my damage with the enemy, my damage with my allies' damage. So I'm just trying to work on once the droids get to the turret, keeping that push going and working that way. So increased heal wave, increased heal bot healing, and extra speed. Just try to escape a little bit better. So we'll see how it works. So we took down their turret first, but they took down our turret shortly after. So just trying to... Happy Thoughts I find is very effective. And using that burst damage. Kind of a tight spot for Raylan here. I'm thinking like, she's done. She's not going to survive this. I'm thinking, okay, slow. We can work. She got a kill. Okay, it's looking good. And Swiggins came in and took care of Scoop. So that worked out very nicely. Like, Raylan just got away by a hair, pretty much. So that worked out very, very nicely. And I tried to save Healing Wave, the healing bot, I mean, for once the droids, or just for tight spots. It makes a nice backup, if anything. And Froggy G, I think he was building into damage, I'm not exactly sure. But I think some of it only affects enemy Ocelonaut, something like that. But combining our damage melts the turrets in almost no time. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes, like, we were actually doing pretty well. Like, I'm used to having a lot of trouble playing Voltar, especially with non-tanks. But Swiggins is a fine teammate, especially Raylan. Like, 2 pushers on a team is very helpful to have on the team. And just combining more burst damage. Kind of a bad move on my part. I probably didn't need to take that med kit, but I didn't want to didn't want the enemy to take it. So kind of a gray area on my part. Then again, kind of died the same way as I did last time. Scoop pinned me down. Could have gotten the baby carrying mammoth, but I decided to upgrade my other abilities instead. So the enemy is starting to make their way back, but we're starting to come ahead. Like, we're at their base at this point already. Got the bottom lane completely wiped out of turrets. So top lane's not a big priority. However, once they can get their droids gathered up, it can do quite a bit of damage. However, Swiggin's a little rough on the edges. He does know what he's doing. So I tend to just follow the one with the most testosterone. Just do what he says, because normally they know what they're doing and they have it perfectly planned in their head. Don't argue, just do it. And just trying to chase down this scoop, and Swiggins took him out. He was able to handle the job, and me being able to take out Froggy G, he's the easiest one to handle in my case. However, a Froggy G can time his splash dash to cancel some attacks, especially with stun, like cancel snipe, that kind of thing. The power is dependent on the holder. Like, a Froggy G who times his attacks is insanely dangerous, but you have to know that, like, using your splash dash to cancel attacks, or just to block damage or get rid of mines, that kind of thing. So working out alright, but I got my heal wave fully charged, and I also got the health pack to spawn at the end of it. So just making sure that my enemies don't take it out, and that 500 healing just for me, like, just keep my teammates alive, and hoping that nobody else dies. But Raylan was built into Time Rift, and that was a huge lifesaver as well. And just that damn hammer, that's a big problem. However, we're at the point where we pretty much got it. We just got to keep pushing and keep that momentum going. Like, this was during a live stream, and I just jaw hitting the floor. Probably one of the best Voltar matches I played in a very long time. And I'm hoping that 2.9 can bring more matches like this. I don't know, but we'll see what 2.9 is in the final version. So we'll see. Like, I just like spamming heal wave. Doing that, max healing on healbot, increased heals. We actually won. I'm still surprised we were able to do it. Like, good teamwork. Blue team really tried. Like, Scoop was able to get me quite a few times. But yeah, just BS luck all around. So yeah, Voltar commentary 2.8.3 on 205, I believe. Anyway, that was on a stream, so you might be able to see some of this stuff live. So I do have a Twitch if you want to watch that, whatever. That's all for now. Thanks very much for watching.